I think the source of it is rooted in a biblical worldview, in the view of, again, God's word is what created it all, is what coded this into existence. And when we are thinking about that, when we're participating in it, we are being image bearers in that way. And so it's not just something that, is the world's and we can maybe borrow it or use it or take it. But no, it actually belongs to God, and Christians who understand and believe in that true God, who know his revealed nature, are able then to and ought to start off with that foundation.
Yeah. So this is not Christians plundering the Egyptians for their technology.
Correct.
This is the Egyptians having used our principles,
Right.
Christian, the one true God's who's the creator of the world.
Exactly right.
The Egyptians, to the degree that they made something great, Steve Jobs, thank you,
Right. Right.
had to borrow our stuff to do it. So our being able then to appreciate it and our being able then to do something with it or make more of it, like that is actually then ours.
Right.
We should start by thinking that it's like our podcast name is all our
Cor-
ours.
Correct. Yes. It's
These
as
things
if,
are given
yes.
to us who worship God. And yeah, some other people who don't worship God have done some pretty significant things, even as responsible image bearers. Like they'll actually give an answer to God for
Hmm.
having used his gifts without giving him credit for it.
Right.
So they will be judged for that, actually. We don't have to be judged for it if we can be thankful and then be good
Hmm.
stewards of it.
Right.
Definitely not then running away from it. So it's
Right.
not, this isn't a question about whether Christians can use an iPhone like Christians can or cannot read Harry Potter.
Hmm.
Like
Exactly right.
iPhones are ours, they're based, they only work because of how God made the world to work.
Exactly right. Yep. And yeah, so it's a whole different starting point, right? The starting point there is, this is yours. You ought to own it and use it and be productive with it, as opposed to, I could maybe be okay with tinkering with it a little bit or whatnot. And then the other point about technology as well, I think so technology was from day one, whenever Adam figured out, or his sons or whatever, that they could, you know, dig a hole without their hands. They could, form something, some kind of tool for that. Or even, I think specifically the sons of Cain, like a lot of them, it lists the different innovations, technological innovations that they had, with agriculture, music, or whatever that is. And that sort of technology is also image bearing, because it is productive, it is putting our skills to to greater use in that way. But what's unique about like digital technology, or again computer coding or that sort of thing, is that part of it, that it's not just a tool outside, but it's very close to the way God created us, and then we're trying to put that into something else. And I think that's also why it becomes scary too, because that kind of subcreation um, could lead people to think that they are like God, or they want to be like God in that way,
Or the
and do.
AGI, they're creating a God.
Right. Yeah. Right. Exactly right. But so seeing it that way, where, again, even originally and even now, the way computers are designed is to mimic the human brain and how that works, and maybe even exploit certain areas of it. So, things like holding long equations in your mind is hard to do, but that the source of that skill is there. God put that in there, and then we're able to just exploit that in a computer, because we could have it focus just on that. And so again, we're still borrowing from how God designed the earth, how God designed our mind, and then we're using that in there. So,
Including from the start of the binary zeros
mhm,
and ones,
yeah,
male and
exactly right.
female, you know?
Yep.
It's one or the other. It's not something in between.